build, and its strongest members become leaders of hope and resilience. How one woman in Irmo is doing her part to fix what's broken and proves that no storm is too strong to overcome.
Plus, the fight is never over against a common killer in the United States. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and a time where many women share stories of survival. How the city of Columbia is campaigning against the disease and uses the help of the community to fight back against the cancer.
WIS News Primetime starts right now.
Live from Columbia, South Carolina, this is WIS News Primetime.
Well, good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for WIS News Primetime. I'm Greg Adeline.
And I'm Hannah Burbank. Every weekday at 7:30, we'll be here to tell the untold stories of kindness, community, and hope across the Midlands.
And tonight, we see how the Midlands community remains strong through the toughest of times.
Many areas are still recovering from the aftermath of Helene. Community support is needed now more than ever, and one woman named Brandy Clarkson is answering that call to action. Joining us now, Sam Shapiro. So, Sam, what did Brandy tell you about a pretty incredible initiative that she has going on?
Yeah, Greg and Hannah, I had the chance to sit down with Brandy Clarkson this morning, who told me how over roughly the last week she's been helping her community power through Hurricane Helene. And she says watching others overcome hardship during this disaster has made her appreciate the little things like having power even more.
Some people don't want to take advantage of that. You know, they feel guilty or something, but they'll come sit on this porch and talk to me and pet my dogs and just have a good time. So it's been pretty neat to watch what this community's done.
Clarkson got emotional reflecting on the support she aimed to provide her community since last week. She and her husband were woken up by their dogs around 4:30 Friday morning as Hurricane Helene knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of South Carolinians. Her family would discover they had lost power as well and would be without it for the next 17 hours. But instead of burrowing inside their Irmo area home, they went to their front porch where they saw a fallen tree blocking one of their roads.
We came out front and there was a huge tree in the road. We didn't have power, it was dark, so we actually sat out here while it came through to be sure no one hit that tree.
Clarkson and her family would have power back by Friday night, but the rest of her community would be left in the dark. She felt compelled to provide a glimmer of hope for people who needed it and decided she needed to open her doors.
Not having power for almost a week can be just devastating for some people. People who have pets, you have no way to cool them down. You know, the kids are hot, everyone gets irritable. So I just wanted to have a happy place for people to get away from that.
Clarkson would start simple, giving people a place to sit on her porch to recharge their phones in the air conditioning. But she would eventually take things to the next level with some food.
We made about 50 pounds of spaghetti and we served that for 3 days. And we thought, you know, we were going to stop with the food and just do snacks and waters and let people continue to come.
But the Clarkson family wouldn't stop there. They would have people come over to enjoy some snacks and conversation, watch football, and play some cornhole. People would donate to Clarkson's cause, pushing her to continue supporting her community.
But a generous neighbor here in Coldstream area brought by some cash, and so I was able to go purchase more food, started hot dogs, and we've just continued it, and we'll continue the snacks and the drinks and having the Wi-Fi available till everyone has power.
Clarkson has been grateful to be able to help a handful of people at a time where thousands across South Carolina need it. She hopes this past week of helping others in her community encourages her kids to one day do the same.
That to me has always been what Irmo's been about. And, you know, this is what I want my children to see. They're grown, but I want them to see this is what you do when people need help.
And Clarkson says people in need are still welcome to come back to her house if they still need a hot dog or they got to charge up their phones. And she says she plans to donate whatever leftover food and donations she has to families throughout the greater Irmo community.
I think what's really neat is in a time of so much damage and devastation, you really see neighbors helping neighbors, people going all over to help each other, and that was so sweet and highlighted by you. So thank you, Sam.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to see it in my new backyard. I live in the Irmo area, so it was nice to see
people, helping people that have no idea who each other are, where they live, what they're doing. So just to see them kind of, help them through that was great.
Yeah, it's amazing. It doesn't take much. It's what you've got sometimes, a place to offer and a little bit of food. Pretty cool. All right, let's send things over to meteorologist Eric Zernick taking a look at our forecast. Eric, we're going to be cooling down eventually.
Yeah, we still